America is home to 33 million small businesses, the beating heart of communities across the country.
And proof that the American dream is still alive.
This is a show about those dreamers and doers and the communities they serve.
Their real life stories.
Their struggles and successes.
Their grit, determination, and passion.
And the people who fight
to keep their American dream alive.
I'm Alfredo Ortiz.
I'm Elaine Parker.
And it's time for another episode of Main Street Matters,
America's small business megaphone.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Main Street Matters. I'm Elaine Parker, the president of the Job Creators Network Foundation.
And I'm Toni Angelini, Senior Vice President of Operations and Advocacy for Job Creators Network.
You can subscribe to the show at salempodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from. Today, we're very excited to be joined by Sarah Gable Seifert. She is the president and co-founder of Every Life, the first and only pro-life diaper company. Sarah built Every Life from the ground up within just over a year and has established it as the fastest growing diaper company in American history. Sarah, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Well, I love this story. I love how you've grown this company. Let's start with where the idea began, because obviously diapers aren't new, but you did what every entrepreneur does. You took a product and you kind of gave it a different life and relaunched that idea. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where when you find pain points in your life, a lot of times it reveals solutions. And my husband and I, we were so excited. We became pregnant with our first child, and I was looking into all of the different baby products, getting excited to support them with our dollars. And I found out through lots of research that unfortunately every single major diaper company today is supporting abortion either vocally or financially. And honestly, this was heartbreaking because we're really passionate as a family to support businesses, small businesses that align with our core convictions. And the fact that there was not a baby brand that was supporting our own child's life, we really could not sit on the sidelines and be okay with that. So we decided to come up with the hopeful solution of Every Life. We launched last year in 2023 in July. And like you mentioned in your intro, we are now the fastest growing diaper company America has ever seen. And I'm just so honored and I'm so grateful that we're providing not only the solution for parents to be able to shop their pro-life values and know with the blessed assurance that we're a company that believes every child is a gift from God, deserving of love, protection, and celebration. No other diaper company is saying the same thing, which is wild to me. So we're giving them that solution. But the great news is that we have an incredible product. It's premium. They're clean ingredients. They're high performing. They allow 12-hour leak protection in the night. So mom and baby are going to be sleeping better. I'm telling you, it's the best diaper that I've ever put on my child. So we're leading with our pro-life values, but we're not compromising on the quality. And so you get the both and when you come to Every Life. And we're just getting started. We're so excited about being available to parents across the U.S.
Well, I love the concept. I think probably some of the most successful businesses come from having a passion for the product, or in this case, the issue. I have kind of a dumb question for you. How did you know how to make a diaper?
That's a really good question. I have an incredible team. So I think it was all about getting the right people in the room to help us get this to market really quickly. When we discovered that there was a hole in the market, that there was not a pro-life diaper company, we wanted to move fast because we wanted to be able to be the solution very quickly. And we wanted the solution for ourselves, knowing that our baby was coming very soon. And we wanted to make sure that we were wrapping her up in a product that one was quality, but two aligned with our core convictions. And so we have incredible partners. We have an incredible manufacturer that we work with that's also values aligned, which is very important to us. And so I would just say, honestly, God has blessed this entire process and put the right people in the right places to allow us to move fast, but still allow us to do things with excellence every step of the way.
Why do you think, and maybe you have to speculate here, so go with me since we won't quote you. Why do you think diaper companies are not pro-life? Like, why would they align themselves, frankly, with either side, but specifically, I mean, talk about cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yep, it's a great question. And I wish I had a great answer for you because it doesn't make sense, right? These diaper companies are making products for children, yet they're supporting the ending of their life. So I would say that it's a huge marketing miss on their end because they're promoting that they want their employees to go travel and get abortions. Many of them pay for their employees to actually go do those very things. Many of them, I remember after Roe v. Wade was overturned, were lamenting over the fact that they felt lost without abortion care. I mean, they're making these absurd statements and they think that it's appealing to majority of their customers when really many families love their children and they love life and they love the family unit and they want to promote things that champion the very thing that make our nation so strong. And so it's not working. People are shifting their dollars and there really is what I am calling this parallel economy that's surfacing right now. And I believe Americans are waking up and they're realizing that what you put your money to really does matter. When you put your money to a business that does not stand for life and liberty in our country, it actually supports the opposite of the things that we all want to see. And so I'm just really actually encouraged to see how many people are waking up, they're shifting their dollars, and they're supporting the businesses that make our country so special.
I think we have a certain beer company to thank for a lot of this sort of renaissance that's happening right now with the American consumers. And similar to Elaine's question, I'm just curious. And shame on me. It never really even occurred to me to look into, where diaper companies were putting their support. Two questions. One is just sort of generally speaking, why would these companies even take a position on this in the first place? And two, how did you do the research? I mean, when did the light bulb kind of go off for you that you needed to really dig into this? And I love that what has come from this. But take us back to, the nuts and bolts of putting this company together from the ground.
Sure. I think it's a great question. So I will mention that Every Life's parent company is Public Square, and Public Square is a marketplace where you can find over 80,000 plus small businesses that are all pro-life, pro-family, pro-freedom. My husband and I started this company a couple years back, and it's incredible to see the momentum and the millions now of consumers that are shopping their core convictions in alignment with their values every single day on the platform. We actually used that as a tool to discover that many of our customers were searching for diaper companies, and there was not a pro-life, pro-family, pro-baby solution. And so that was a light bulb moment for us to start digging in further. If our consumers are showing us that they're looking for this, and yet there's a hole, we need to look at that and we need to analyze it and we need to take it seriously. And it really was amazing that at the same time we were blessed with our first child. And so it was very personal for us to dig in very deep and try to figure out where we could support these businesses that are supposed to be supporting our child, not only with the product, but in their values. And it's everywhere. It's not actually hard to find. Anybody can go do their research and find very quickly that every major diaper company, Hello Bello, Honest, Coterie, Huggies, Pampers, the list goes on, they're supporting abortion in some form or fashion, whether it be, again, as I mentioned, helping their employees go travel to get their abortions, or they're on social media talking very openly about their stance for reproductive health, which makes no sense to me. It just is sad to see that these businesses are supporting Planned Parenthood, giving parents hard-earned money to support the opposite of their family unit. And so I hope that any parent listening allows this reality to sink in, that you go look for yourself, do your research, because it is really empowering when you begin to actually see the reality of what's happening. You're left with having to choose. Am I going to keep supporting these businesses that don't stand for my family? Or am I going to make a switch? Am I going to make a switch to one that actually supports your child and your family and wants to see your family prosper and grow? And it matters. It makes a difference today. And I'm just really thankful that my husband and I, again, we're passionate about making sure that we're putting our dollars and we're putting our money where our mouth is, right? I think we all need to be doing that today.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, the cost, I couldn't even tell you what a diaper costs now. My kids are in their early 20s, but the amount of money that you're spending on diapers in the child's first few years of life, if you were taking that money and investing it into a company, you would want to do your due diligence and make sure that that company was worthy of your dollars. So, it's to your point about really making sure that you're supporting companies that align with your family values. It's absolutely baffling to me that that we are where we are, and I think that the whole like DEI movement has certainly backfired on the left, because you have people who may not necessarily have been really dug into decisions that companies were making like this, but because of the attention that DEI has received, everybody has to start questioning everything at this point. And it is certainly, you've opened the door here, with diapers and baby wipes, I believe you mentioned earlier. What's next for you? I mean, if you're the number one diaper, in growth, right now, I would imagine you've got a very bright future ahead. So tell us what the future looks like for you.
I love that question because when we started this company, we always said that we're going to start with diapers and wipes because that's a core essential that every parent needs. But we really want to build a baby brand where every parent can come, shop their values, and get the essentials for them and their child. And so we're really proud that even just last month, we expanded our product line. So we now have an incredible baby soap and lotion. So we have a whole bath and body collection of scented and unscented fragrances. And it's incredible because it's all made right here in the USA. I am very particular about the things that I put on my child. And so with everything that we launch, we're going to go through a very intense process of making sure that we're handpicking every single ingredient. So it's natural, it's clean, it's safe for baby. And so we did that with this product and people are loving it. It's been incredible to see the response already. We also last week just launched a training pant. And this is really exciting because now we get to grow with children. We get to grow past the diapering years and we really get to be there for parents in this stage when they're becoming a toddler and they're busy and they're running around. We want a training pant that holds well and is, again, clean and natural and is supportive of the child's development. And it is all of that in one training pant. And we just launched that last week and it has been incredible to see the response. This was the number one requested item from all of our consumers that have reached out and said, can you get a training pant? And it's here. And we're so glad. And we're not going to stop. We're going to keep expanding our line to keep meeting the needs of these parents because we're so passionate about it. And the other thing I'll mention is that we launched an incredible campaign last year called Make More Babies. And we're really passionate about not just providing products, but we really want to see a culture shift because we know that in order for us to have a strong nation, we have to have strong families. And we have a culture today that is very anti-family. We have a birth rate that is plummeting right now. It is at 1.62 babies per woman. That is the lowest it has been in history. And it has to change because we can't see a sustaining future if we don't have more children in this world. And so we're going to keep expanding that message as well, that we want to see more babies. We don't want to see less. We want to see more families embracing more children and that moms and dads would start to get excited for what it means to be a parent. And I think there needs to be more excitement. There needs to be more support for these parents stepping into that season. So we give back over and over again to help these families that are in dire need. And we can talk about that in a little bit, but I'm just really excited about where we're going. And we're really excited about the future of Every Life because we know from expanding our line to giving back, to really being a pillar of hope for parents, it's going to be exciting to see over the course of the next few years.
Sarah, in the last few years, we have seen, maybe longer, we have seen this cancel culture, the woke, the DEI really take hold. And maybe take hold is an overstate, but we had the perception that it was taking hold. Whether it's, the trans movement and boys playing in girls sports and all of that. And again, I think it was a perception just being amplified by the media more than anything. But at the time, we didn't know, right? Because conservatives tend to be more quiet. We don't we don't act the same way that the other side acts when it comes to issues. And sometimes that's been to our detriment, to not push back and fight back openly. Did you imagine when you and your husband were thinking about Public Square, or the parent company of EveryLife, did you imagine that there was such a marketplace this big and this strong? Or were you sort of like, you just can't believe what's happening in the media? Like it's fake, it's a perception. Mm-hmm. Or did you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Public Square really was birthed out of a season when things were being shut down because of COVID. And my husband and I were looking around saying, where are the businesses that are standing against these insane mandates? And how do we begin to support businesses that are not asking for people's vaccine cards and embarking on people's privacy? This is wrong. This isn't right. And how do we create an ecosystem where, one, we don't feel alone? We know there's other people around us. At the time we were living in California, so it felt like we were alone. But we started to realize this list that we curated of businesses that were staying open, that were standing for true freedom and standing for our country and for liberty and for life, all the important things that many Americans care about. We decided that there's a lot of other people that would really appreciate this list. And through just exposing it to friends and family, and then that really birthing the idea of creating this platform where you can find it all. And wow, how it's flourished since. It's unbelievable. But it does go to show, to your point, that there actually are more of us. And I think people realize, I do think that conservatives tend to sit on the sidelines. But again, I think there's an awakening happening because we have to wake up. We can't be passive anymore. It's so important that each of us are standing up for what we believe in. And again, every single day we're making a difference. And that's what I love about the Public Square app, is that people say, well, what can I do? There's all this chaos. There's all this craziness. There's all these messages being sent that's so anti-life and anti-family. What can I do to make a difference? Well, if you actually shift your dollars and you shop in alignment with your values every day, that makes a difference. You're supporting the businesses that need your support. And these small businesses are the backbone of our country. So why would we not want to prop them up? Because they need it. They need the help to survive. And they're working really hard to be able to stay available to consumers. And we want to continue seeing that. So I would say everybody has a part to play. There is a shift happening. Did we know that it was going to grow as rapidly as it has? No, but we're so excited that that is the case, because it's sending a message to the world that we're stronger than people may seem. And let's keep fighting back, because this is how we win.
You said something really, really remarkable in some of your comments just now. You said people feel alone, and when they realized that they weren't alone, we were more powerful. And that's it, is that you think you're the only one who feels this way. You think, am I crazy watching this news report where they're saying boys are playing in girls sports and there's nothing wrong with it, and somehow we're wrong to feel this way, or anything like that? And so I think that is a huge point to be made, is that when you know that there are other people who feel the same way, and bringing those people together, we are stronger as one. And one of the things that I think shows it and is that people are shifting their dollars. I like to say that they're voting with their dollars. You know, we think we can only vote every 4 years in a presidential election, and boy, did conservatives have their voices heard last month. But we can vote every day with our dollars. And I think that is what is so impactful about what you and your husband have created here with Public Square, with EveryLife, and with the companies that are joining Public Square.
Yes. And I think you said it perfectly. That's exactly it. We are voting every single day with our dollars. And if we can see more people understanding that and grabbing hold of that, I do think it's going to be a motivation for families to really start moving away from convenience and really shifting to doing what is right, doing what is best, not only for your family, but also something that's going to support our country. And we all want to do that in some form or fashion. And it's such an easy way to do that. So I'm really, really thankful for what we're building. And again, I know we're just getting started at Public Square and at Every Life. We're going to keep building the solutions. If we find more holes, we're going to keep coming up with solutions. And I think all of us today can be asking, where do I fit into the puzzle? Because we all have a part to play, and we're not alone. We're not alone in this fight. We actually are stronger together. And the more people that begin to say that and champion that and move and not sit on the sidelines, we're going to keep seeing a really, really strong future.
Tell us where people can go to find out about Every Life Diaper Company, but also Public Square. And think about it, some of our audiences are small business owners. So if they want to join Public Square and go to that marketplace, tell them how to do that and how all that works.
Yeah, absolutely. So go to I'll talk about Public Square first. If you go to publicsquare.com, that can be on just your browser. You'll get access to the marketplace where, again, you can find 80,000 plus small businesses that all agree with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So that is a great place to go shop your values in every single industry. You can essentially find all that you need. You can ditch Amazon and you can fully use Public Square for everything that you need. Get those items shipped right to your doorstep. We also have a local marketplace here on the Public Square app, which I love. Again, just moving to Florida, I needed some handymen to come and work on some things in the house. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really sensitive around who comes into my door today. And I want to know that I can trust them. And to find them on Public Square gave me so much comfort, knowing that whoever came into my door, it was going to be a good interaction. And it was. I actually got to have an incredible conversation, all because of the Public Square app. So that's a great place if you're a business owner to also join. If you're an online business or you're a local business, come join the platform. It's free and it's very easy to get all of your information on there. So consumers across the US can find you and shop your incredible products. If you go to everylife.com, you will be able to find all things diapers, training pants, soaps, and lotions. And what's really cool is that even if you don't have a baby in diapers, but you love the mission that I'm talking about, really being a diaper brand that stands for Every Life, and you want to support that, you can purchase what's called a Buy for a Cause bundle on our website. And that Buy for a Cause bundle is a whole month supply of our diapers and our wipes. It's going to go directly to a pregnancy resource center that's facing urgent needs so they can give it to a mom that has chosen life for their baby. So you're actually helping us change lives every single time you make a purchase at everylife.com. We've already been able to donate over 3 million diapers, and we've only been in existence for a little bit over a year. And again, I mentioned this earlier, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep giving back. We're going to keep helping these families who desperately need the essentials. And that's so core to who we are. So thank you for listening. Thank you for having me. And we hope that people join us on our mission to really help shift our culture to stand for families, to stand for life, and to stand for freedom.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your vision, your mission and your vision on this company. I think it's very important. I think you and your husband have provided quite a service and a platform for people to go to. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today too. And thank you all for taking the time to listen to Main Street Matters, America's small business megaphone. Main Street Matters is part of the Salem Podcast Network. New episodes debut every Wednesday and Friday. You can subscribe to the show at salempodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcast from. And we'll be back soon with another episode. Bye for now.